back to Big Time Eaters. Today we got a big time review for you all. You can see we're at a nice view. We're at the top of the world restaurant. Fine dining experience time. You want to talk about it, Denzel?
Yeah, so we are at the Strat. Guys, let me tell you, this view is absolutely beautiful. If you can't see already, we are literally at the top of the world, and it's magnificent. So we're excited to show everything to you guys, and it's a very high-end restaurant, right? So when they say fine dining, trust me, this is the finest dining that you're gonna get out here in Vegas.
Yes,
So
absolutely. The Top of the World restaurant has been established for over 10 years. However, there was a recent remodel of the Strat. It used to be called the Stratosphere. Remodeled everything, so things were closed down for a little bit. So they've opened up within the last few years. Also revamped the menu a little bit. We're gonna try and give you a full picture of all the offerings they have, going from the seafood to the steaks.
guys, so they also have a variety of different rides. I think there is about 3 of them, from bungee jumping to one that just basically takes you almost to the edge but pulls you right back up, and then a spinning one that you will literally sit there and it rotates around the restaurant. And yeah, you got to be crazy if you're gonna do any of them. They look lit though. They look fun.
Definitely something to either work up an appetite or lose it. So
Yeah.
not really my forte. However, I am really loving this view. And one thing I want to point out is this is actually moving. So if you've ever been to Seattle, Space Needle, seen the revolving windows, all this is exactly the same. And it's just revolving. You get to see all the parts of the revolving part. They've got little wreaths up since it's around Christmas time, and just truly incredible.
Yeah.
Clearest view, pristine.
Okay, guys, check this out. So they brought us out the appetizer.
Some
It
nice
is some
buns.
nice, buttery, glazed buns.
You know what this looks like? This looks like just a direct upgrade to Chuck-A-Rama.
It definitely does.
Chuck-A-Rama buns. Oh, okay. It's definitely herb. Some herbs on there.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. Definitely, it's very good buns. That butter's giving me a lot of flavor. I'm glad that they butter it already, because from the, it saves us the work of having to take it off and butter around it.
That being said, I do wish that I could add a little bit of butter on the interior,
Yeah,
because it's just plain bread. It is good though. Sweet, nice sweet roll.
we have a shellfish display platter, and my oh my, look at that. Shrimp, lobster, to oysters, and
Looks like some, is that a crab salad?
yeah, they got a crab salad. They got everything here.
And below here, a little off camera, we've got what they call a polpetti tartufo, some Italian cuisine. You do have the option to add white truffle at market price,
Yep.
if you choose to do so. But man, I am excited for these oysters. They're looking absolutely incredible. There's the tartufo. Let's give it a go.
Check out that piece right there.
That is
That was a
good.
lot of flavors. Oh my gosh, wow.
I don't think that is meat. It's some sort of like bread. Not familiar. Gonna have to do some research, but that's
Yeah.
why we're here to try new things.
Exactly. And honestly, the flavors around it, it almost is like very reminiscent of a meatball.
Yeah.
So they did a good job of like trying to make it taste like one, if that's what the goal was. But
Tomato sauce that they paired it with is excellent. Sweetness of the tomatoes definitely shining through. Pretty good.
definitely, that's a very great option to go for. So yeah.
Going for some scrimps. Bro, that has got to be one of the biggest pieces of shrimp I've ever seen. Looks like cocktail sauce with horseradish, vignette, and a citrus aioli.
So let's go in for that cocktail
Yeah,
sauce.
I'm going for that classic cocktail
See?
and sink it.
That cocktail sauce is amazing though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
just as I expected. Very meaty, fresh, clean seafood flavor. How can you hate shrimp?
Can't go wrong with shrimp. That cocktail sauce though, definitely it adds that extra oomph that you need for it.
I like that added touch of horseradish. You get a little bit of that bite,
Yeah.
and it's not too strong. A lot of times you have cocktail sauce with it mixed in already, and it ends up being a little too much burn in the nasal passage. So I like that it's not too strong here. I do want to try a little bit of this aioli. I think I'm gonna just add it onto the rest of the shrimp. That's good. A little more muted flavor. All right, last but
try
not
this.
least, I'm gonna try that vinegar sauce. Very vinegary.
It's very
Yeah,
I just
very
took a big
vinegary.
dunk. Oh my god.
All right, so now let's get into this. I was actually wrong. This is a lobster salad, not a crab
Yes.
salad.
So let's get into it for sure.
Using our fancy mini fork for seafood.
Ooh, that's very citrusy.
All right, let's give it a go.
A lot of lemon going on there, definitely.
Ooh,
A lot of lemon.
that is good.
very zesty.
Good for
yeah.
Denzel.
I think good for Ezra for sure.
Should we go in for the lobster tail?
Yep.
This is butter infused into this
Oh, is it?
lobster, is what they said.
So yeah, check that out.
I might just go ahead and dip it anyways. I think I'm gonna try it with that aioli.
Let's get it out of there.
All right, check out that bite, guys. You know, I'm starting to think the aioli may just not be for me.
I think it's definitely it's an acquired taste.
Very mayonnaise reminiscent.
Exactly, and you guys know I love mayonnaise for sure.
I think I will go solo and just let the natural sweetness of the lobster come through. Well, don't want to gloss over that. Lobster is tasting very fresh. Could benefit from a little bit of lemon, so I'm gonna get a little bit on there. That's the truth. I'm excited for these oysters, man.
Very excited. Guys, look at these oysters right there. Check that out.
Nice meaty morsels. We're gonna top it off with a little bit of lemon there. All right, so
that.
you scoop it out, or do you just slurp it? All right, let's give it a go.
No cheers this time? Oh, that is very fresh.
You want a taste of the sea?
Have you ever been swimming, right, at the beach and you accidentally drink the water? That is what that tastes like because it is that fresh. Like I'm telling you, it's literally that fresh.
Yep. Rockin' lips with a mermaid. That's how fresh that is.
With the mermaid.
I would like a little cocktail sauce on that.
I want to try it with some sauce, definitely. It is very fresh.
Oh, someone. I don't know if the camera caught that, guys, but someone just did the sky jump.
Okay.
So we got dinner and a show tonight.
We have our entrees here, and it is looking fantastic. So what we have here, first and foremost, scallops, and it also has a little puree on the side, and I believe these are kind of a really thinly, it's like a pita.
We'll have to give it a taste.
Yeah, we're gonna
we'll know for sure.
Figure out. And then over here, what we do have is
we got the main event.
Two stuffed lobster tails. It is also stuffed with crab too.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture in there, and we have the bone-in ribeye steak. And look at that. It is also topped with a blue cheese crust.
We've got the roasted lamb served up with what seems to be some sort of sweet glaze, as well as a shishito pepper and I guess a piece of onion on there. I don't know. Fine dining's a little over my head sometimes. To tie things all together, gotta have some more cheese. So we got their house-made mac and cheese. The server let us know that it's served with a fontina and Gruyere mixture. I'm excited for this. Love Gruyere. A nice funky Swiss cheese. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Gonna get a piece of that scallop right there.
Give it a dip in that sauce. We gotta figure out what that is.
We gotta figure out what that sauce is for sure.
Buy for you. No buy for you. Buy for me.
Definitely no buy for Ezra.
I want to say it's cauliflower, but I'm not sure. That scallop though, oh,
It almost reminds me of like chickpea.
that's nutmeg.
It's nutmeg?
They definitely put nutmeg in there. That's that nutmeg flavor. And then I think this is just some sort of dried apple crisp. As far as the scallop goes,
the scallop is fantastic.
Good. Gonna have to give it a mix. I think we've hung out in the sea a little too much. Let's get some of the land options to try.
Yep. Next, we have lamb chops here.
They've served it up in a pork chop style. Be wary of the bone in the middle.
Wow.
Taking a look at the cook there. All right, let's go for a bite.
Cheers.
Let's go. Ooh,
I want to try
I
some
love
of
that
glaze.
sauce on that.
Let me try some of that glaze.
Oh,
Wow.
that lamb
yeah,
flavor is shining through.
That glaze though, excellent.
I'm gonna go in for some pepper because maybe I was scared. It's
Cooked
very
well.
good, cooked well, and I love that it's not like too crazy gamey.
Guys, look at this bone-in ribeye, along with the blue cheese crust on top. Let's get a bite of that.
Wow, just look at the cook on there. That is a perfect wall-to-wall medium rare.
Guys, that right there, it is so juicy when you bite into it, and it bursts with flavors. I've never had that blue cheese crust on a steak, but let me tell you,
Is that elevated?
I'm loving it. It is elevating.
McDonald's? We went from fine dining to McDonald's.
You will not find that at a McDonald's or your local deli, so that is a great one right there.
All right, I'm gonna go for my bite here. Let's go.
Let me try a plain piece without, or just a little bit less blue cheese. Let's try that.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. That blue cheese, that funkiness, just brings a whole nother vibe
Yeah.
to that steak.
Whole nother energy to that steak.
Yeah, excellent. Loving that.
So
That's
beautiful,
looking good.
beautiful and magnificent. Potato puree, aka mashed potatoes, right there. It's pretty good.
Very rich and creamy. You can tell they use a lot of butter.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what's good on it is if you take that lemon and put it all over the puree. A different contrast when you take a bite of that.
I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of lemon here. Going
Guys,
in.
that is magnificent. The main lobster we had earlier is good, but this blows it out of the water. Quite literally.
Absolutely.
The flavor
Wow.
on this one is amazing. You can taste the difference between the crab and the lobster combination in there.
We're hanging out in the air, eating the land and the sea. We went a little bit backwards. We're going for our side blast. A little bit of mac and cheese.
Last but not least, the mac and cheese.
Mac.
Look at that. Ooh.
Let's crack into that crust there. Wow. Look at that, guys. Looks like they opted for the shells or the mac and cheese.
All right, bottoms up.
Touch cheese, not these.
Bottoms up. Yeah, a little bit of black pepper.
I would agree there. Maybe a touch of salt as well. Yeah, let's run that back with the black pepper.
A little bit of salt goes a long way.
Yep.
The salt, when you add the extra salt and pepper, it brings out the true flavors of that for sure. Cheesy bite, and the breadcrumbs, it adds that different texture. So when you're chewing on it, you get that crunch too.
I agree. Everything what Denzel said. The mix of cheeses that they've chosen, none of them are too crazy strongly flavored, but they all mix well, allow for that creamy mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Very good. Solid mac and cheese. Should we get into the BTA rating?
Let's get into the BTA rating. All right, B, big. How big were the portions? It's a higher end restaurant, so some items are going to be smaller, right? Overall, I think that most of it was up to the good size, right? It's definitely big and filling for sure. You getting just one plate will definitely fill you up.
Moving along to the T, the timeliness and service has been absolutely on point. To be expected at this high level establishment. You know, we're at the top of the world. We're not playing around. So excellent service. Our server and waiters have checked on us multiple times, refilling the water, asking if we need anything. You know, everything they expect from a establishment such as this.
E, how did everything taste? And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, it definitely tasted wonderful. As you could tell by our earlier reactions, everything here, honestly, nothing missed. Everything was on point. Literally, the flavors were really outstanding.
Absolutely.
You just couldn't go wrong. So, with that being said,
let's wrap this thing on up.
Yep, on 3. Give our final BTE score. 1, 2,
3.
8 out of 10. Yeah, definitely 8 out of 10 for sure. Like everything, the service, the time, it's upscale. Everything about this place is high end. It's like they get to the point. It's very delicious too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think with all that put together, we can chalk it up to 8 out of 10.
Yep.
And also, how could you forget? You literally have the
dinner and a show, looking at the night lights of Las Vegas.
You see the whole city. It's so beautiful. And you can't go wrong here, definitely. So if you're in Las Vegas, definitely give this place a try.
Thank you guys for joining us for another Big Time review. We will see you in the next video. We're going to continue this tour. See you later.
See you later.